here's my nerdy little slideshow. Okay. We started off the round with Albany trying to improve his relationship with his son, Hal. So Hal is Albany's only son. Albany is a family sim. Goneril is a fortune sim. And Albany has not rolled anymore, wants to have any more kids, so we have not bothered doing that. They've had Risky Woohoo a couple times, but nothing became of it. She might be on birth control. I might have put her on birth control, I'm not sure. But with so many Sims in the house, Ariel's parents have been very busy, and big sister Miranda has stepped up to help her little sister learn how to walk. So I think she might have actually taught her how to walk in the end. These sisters have grown very close, even in such a large family. So I decided to add this into the story because Ariel's bio says something about that she's worried she won't get enough attention in such a large family. So I thought it would be nice to kind of get their relationship. And honestly, Miranda kind of autonomously was taking care of her and stuff, so I thought it was pretty cool. With so many kids and pets, the house is a mess, even at young Ariel's birthday party. So this is the beginning of her party, and everyone's showing up, and this pile of trash is like 4 times as large as they usually are when they come out of the trash can. So I was like, what the fuck is this? The trash can had been knocked over constantly by the Monties when they would walk by, but I later discovered what I think happened was this dog here in the middle, Cleo. She's the only female pet we have. She was the first one we adopted, and she must have been getting in the trash. Either that or maybe the cats can, I don't know. But at the time, Benny here, the little pup who ends up growing up, but I don't think as a puppy he would have been able to do that. So somebody was like taking the trash from over by the trash and by the trash can and like making it bigger over here or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's what happened there. That was the beginning of her party. Oop. And her whole family gathers for her party, so I put up a couple tables and like a buffet, so we didn't have to worry about cooking. And I just want to have a nice little party for her. So we have Uncle Kent over here. This is Kent Capp. I gave him some hair. He looks ridiculous being bald. He is not gay. He's bi in my game because I didn't really see why everyone thought he was gay to begin with. Everyone thinks he's gay, even though the story is supposed to be that he gets with Bianca. He does have attraction for Bianca, but I just decided to do it kind of like in the middle, to where, you know, he's not straight, he's not gay, because everyone seems to think he's gay for some reason when the game says that he's straight. So I did it in the middle, and you'll see a little later who he's with, but that's him in an improved look. He's not the most attractive fella, but I tried to do something with him. And of course we have little Hal over here, and grandfather consort and grandfather consort's wife. I can't remember this girl's name, but she's from university. We'll see her later on. Here is Cornwall, or Corny, which is Reagan's husband, and Reagan is Goneril's sister, I believe. And I believe Kent is their brother. That's how they're all related here. And then we have young Benedict down here, who is Hal's buddy. They're best buddies. And I think Bottom and Patrice are here as well. They're just not standing around with, because we're also missing Desdemona's not standing here, but she is here somewhere. But she comes around. Here she is. And this is Ariel's last moments as a toddler. I was able to take screenshots during the cutscene, which I thought was fucking sick. So anyways, it's apparently Ariel has decided she really loved her big sister's dress and has decided to wear the same one. So even though they're like supposed to be like the same age, they're not. She's like 5 or 7 days older than her. I'm trying out a new age span, so it's no longer 1 day is 1 year, because that just didn't make really a lot of sense. And this is her. I have yet to like go in and give her freckles, because the rest of the family has freckles. I'm gonna do that eventually, but I think her eyes are a little funky and kind of like sunken in. So we'll see how she turns out when she grows up. But that's her, and this is the hair she aged up to. I didn't change it. She grew up as with the aspiration of precious preschooler, so she did learn all her skills. She didn't learn like the nursery rhyme, but she learned how to use the potty and walk and talk. And I did actually use she had learned, I think, how to walk, and then she still had the other 2, but she only had like 2 days left or something before she aged up. So I did use the special milk stuff, can't remember the name of it, to get her rest of her skills. So she aged up well. But she spent her birthday with her big brother and big sister, and then Goneril uses this time to try to bond with her 3 youngest. So she didn't really have, like, her story is that she's really busy as a businesswoman, blah blah blah, whatever, and she doesn't really care to have that she has kids, you know. And you can see that through some of her relationships when we get to the family. But I wanted to show this to kind of explain that she kind of had no choice. Like, it was an event. Like, she's used to, like, she does her things. Like, she has a very tight schedule, and she, you know, when she comes home at night, she even spends her time, because she's really into work and has wanted to get promotions, working on her skills instead of spending time with her kids, for the most part. So this is kind of like her, she had no excuse. She had to be here at the party, and so she spent that time trying to, you know, get to know her children a little bit. And then we finally adopt a 3rd pet to try to combat the roach problem, because I have a mod where cats kill roaches, and it does work. The number of roaches that they get, though, we might have to get another cat. I don't know. But this is Veronaville, and Veronaville is not the name I chose. It's just the name that gave him, so that's his name. And I had to put this picture, and you look at his fucking face. I paused right at the perfect moment. It says Veronaville is his name, and destroying shit is his game. So he is a very bad boy. He has brought more problems than he has solved. He did, however, keep young Benny entertained. So this is the young pup here, Benny, and they're best buddies. They're pretty good buddies. And this is young Benny when he grew up, which I thought he was a stray outside fighting with another stray on my porch, because I didn't realize he had grown up. But I think he turned out to be a pretty handsome feller. And then we took Hal and Miranda downtown to meet some teens, because Miranda wanted to go on a date, and I wanted to see if Hal could find anyone to kind of bring back to the hood after college or whatever, to expand, because everyone's basically related already. But I had my very first pink soup. Not very first, but I've never had, like, where their heads turn pink soup, I don't think. So this is Hal's head, and that's Miranda up here. And I think what had happened, like, I was on a different lot. First of all, my game was running forever. But I had been on a different lot, and, like, they went to leave. I used a visitor controller just to send teens, so I could try to get some teens to spawn that they could meet. Like, couple came, and then everyone just kept coming and leaving real fast. I think what happened was they were getting ready to leave, and more Sims spawned in, and I canceled them from going, but the thing was still here, and they kept, like, trying to go. And eventually they ended up going here, even though I had canceled it. So maybe that's why the pink soup occurred, because the game was all fucked up, or just because it had been running for hours. But yeah, that's the pink soup, and these walls, I believe, are not pink soup. I believe those are actually the colors of the walls, because the pink soup will flash, and these were not flashing, and this is also kind of more like purple. But this is some downtown lot. And Miranda did really good at school. I think she got like an A- or something. He decided to give her a gift, and he ends up giving her a sewing machine so she can pursue her interest in fashion, or her passion for fashion. She's very interested in fashion. Gave her a sewing machine so she can work on that. And I also wanted to kind of make it like he gave her a gift. The mom didn't really care enough to even roll that want to give her a gift, and he didn't roll the want specifically to give her a gift, but I've been trying to, when they leave, if their parents have money or anything like that, to kind of give them something to take with them that they can use when they get back out of college, or use at college as well. And we finish off this round looking at a disgustingly filthy litter box, which is yet to be changed, and Cleo over here, and Veronaville, and Benny, the 3 pets that they have at the Capp family home. So we will now jump into the Capp family home, and we can kind of look at their memories and see what has been going on. So this is the new Veronaville. You know, not a whole lot has changed on this side of Veronaville. Actually, I don't really think I've changed anything. I haven't added anything or redone any community lots over here. But on the Monty side of Veronaville, I wish I could get these waters to work, because that looks ridiculous. But on the Monty side of things, I won't click on anything, but we have some, you know, new homes here going around, and a couple of community lots, which I'll show you a little bit later on. It hasn't really changed a whole lot, except for I did add a few things around here, and some, you know, deco. I think the corn has been growing, and we have some horses and things like that. But anyway, I'm going to show you first the family that we just talked about, the very last family I played in this round. Now, this is the end of round 2. I still have to do the college teens. They're all at college waiting to be played. So I still have to play all them and move them in. All the families are in spring, except for the one cat family over here who I played a little bit longer. which we'll see a little bit later on. Every season is 3 days, so we have played 2 seasons, technically probably 3 seasons actually, because when you start off in summer, and I immediately changed that to 3 days, so I think I did have to play out those 3 days, so it's probably more like 9 days that I've played, 9 or 10 days that I've played in this hood. We have all of the teens like Hermia and Juliet and Tybalt and Miranda, Romeo are all off at college, and I think that's it. We have a couple of children that have aged up into teens and a couple of births, which we'll see here in a little bit. Couple of marriages, couple of affairs, all that good shit. The reason why we play, right? But anyways, so I have kind of been going, just kind of, as I want. I get bored of one family, I play them for 3-4 days, I get bored or get overwhelmed, I'll go to another family, and I just make sure that they're all synced up at the end, and then I call it a round. So we will head into the Capps over here. This is the last family I ended up playing. This is the new bio. This part of the bio right here is the original one, which I will read, and then I'll continue reading on to the rest of the bio. Before I do that, we have, of course, Goneril and her husband Albany, their son Hal, who has grown up into a teenager. Miranda is off to college, so she's not here anymore. We have Desdemona, and Desdemona is pretty close to becoming a teen, and Ariel has just grown up. We also have Cleo, Benny, and Veronaville. Okay, I did his name's wrong in the slideshow. His name is Ronronio. I'll start with the bio. Goneril's husband Albany wanted a big family, and he got it. Will their offspring carry on the Capp traditions or smash the establishment to smithereens? Goneril has now realized that Albany does actually love her and feels that he will be faithful. Albany loves his children and has given them all they could ever want. Even though he does not like animals, he puts up with them for his children as they all love them. The house is a very busy place with all the kids and pets running around, but Albany tries his hardest to pay attention to his children equally. He just wishes his wife would do the same. She has a not-so-good relationship with her eldest daughter, and it doesn't seem to bother her like it does with Albany and Miranda. The kids are growing fast, and soon the nest will be empty. Will Albany stick around to spend his golden years with his wife, or will she even have the time for him? So let's roll in. Let's head into the Capp family. We'll start with Ronronio, since he's right here. Him and Benny are pretty good buddies. They have 77/50. And he's also pretty good buddies with Cleo, 71/74, so even better than Benny. Ronronio was, that name is so funny. Ronronio was the last one we adopted, so he must have just be hanging out with this dog more to be able to get a better relationship. Has 17/20 with Ariel, and 16/19 with Hal, 10/13 with Desdemona. Doesn't really like Albany too much. But it's not that he doesn't like him. I'm trying not to let Albany interact with him too much because he doesn't like animals. Then it looks like he's got a really good relationship with Miranda, 62/65, and that's about it. Now Ronronio, of course, is not employed because he's an elder. I don't know if I wrote a bio for. No, I have not written a bio for Ronronio. He's a doofus, hyper, between independent, friendly. He's cowardly, and he's a pig pen. He remembers basically his whole family and losing a fight with Benny. Oh my goodness, he got in a fight with Benny. I didn't know. Interesting. I wonder if Benny's trying to be like the big guy now, because that must have been who he was fighting with. I thought he was fighting with a stray. Maybe it must have been Ronronio he was fighting with. Ariel joined pack. That's cute how they say that. It says, my pack is growing. More is always better. So Benny, Benny is good buddies with, he doesn't like Albany, but he's 100/100 with Ariel here. 79/52 with Ronronio. So they still have a pretty good relationship even though they got in a fight. He's got a pretty decent relationship with Goneril as well. Not as good with Desdemona, but still not bad. He's only got 1/4 with Hal and 8/11 with Cleo. And of course he's got -1/0 with Albany, so he doesn't really like Albany. This Susie must be another. These must be other strays. These are other ones that you can adopt that he knew. So those are just random kind of ones. And that's about it. He just kind of knows like Benedict a little bit because he's met him once or twice. And Chris Cho is Miranda's friend, I believe. We won't be able to see that because she's not here, but that's Miranda's friend. So that must be how he knows her. And yeah, that's about it. That's Benny. He is, let's see, did I tell you his personality? He is a doofus, lazy, friendly, pig pen. and in between aggressive and cowardly. So he's actually a pretty good dog, besides the pig pen part. And of course I haven't written a bio for him either. And then we have Cleo, who is the first dog that we adopted, and we adopted her as a grown dog, so we didn't have her as a puppy. So we've had her for however many days this is here. She has 16 days until she's an elder, so she's got some time. And no bio for her either. She is a genius, neither hyper nor lazy, independent, neither aggressive or cowardly, and finicky. She's a clean one. The other two are dirty. Oh, I didn't tell you what they liked. I don't really pay attention to this very much, but Cleo apparently kind of likes pets. She likes playtime, so she likes to play, and that's about it. She doesn't like anything else. But let me tell you her memories before I tell you their likes. She lost a fight with Scout, so maybe she's the one I saw fighting with another stray dog. She lost a fight with this dog, and then she won a fight with this dog, so they must have fought twice. Oh, she got promoted as well. She's in the showbiz career, I believe. And she is, oh wow, she's pretty good. Desdemona and Albany are both part of her pack. And Desdemona is her master, so she must have a really good relationship with Desdemona. Yes, 100 over 100. That's cool. 78 over 81 with Veronaville. So, pretty good relationship. 59 over 59 with Albany, but I guess I couldn't really, I can avoid it only so much. Maybe the story can be, I can give him a couple more points in animals or something. The story can be that, he didn't really like animals, but then having them all around him, he really is starting to enjoy them or whatever. Because you can't avoid that completely. Like, I'm not going to make him be mean to him just for the story, so maybe the story just needs to change. She does not get along well with Benny. Only 4 over 7 with Benny. And 0 over 0 with Ariel, but Ariel was a toddler, so she hasn't had really much time to pay attention. And Hal, I believe, is the one who originally had wanted to get a pet, and he is 0 over 0 with Cleo, so he's kind of like giving up on Cleo, and doesn't really care too much about the animals. Any of them, I don't believe. She also has 51 over 54 with Piggy. And Piggy is somebody else's pet in town. I can't remember who is Piggy's owners, but she doesn't really have a very good relationship with Miranda either, and she does not like this Scout that she's gotten a couple fights with. And then we'll look real quick at what their likes are. I always forget about this. Apparently Ronronio really likes pets, sleeping, weather, and animals. And then Benny here likes being outside, playtime, scary things. That's about what he likes. Alright, now let's go on to the family, because I've already been jabbering my jaws long enough. Here is Albany. Here. I don't know if this is the outfit I picked out for him, but this is Albany. He currently wants to become friends with Pamela. Oh, Pamela is a consort's wife. We'll look at his relationships here. He's got 2 bolts with his wife, Goneril. He has 100 over 100 with Desdemona and Ariel, 98 over 98 with Hal, 97 over 89 with Miranda. So not quite as good with Miranda, but they're still best friends forever. He apparently 38 over 42 with Cleo, so pretty good, relationship with her. Not quite, the best. 20 over 18 with Ronronio, and -2 over -1 with Benny. So he doesn't like Benny because they can have like 2-side relationships. Like, one of them was interesting in this family. Goneril, I think, and Miranda, like Goneril liked Miranda more than Miranda liked Goneril. Like Goneril had like a positive relationship, not high relationship, but a positive one, and Miranda had a negative one. So I thought it was really fucking interesting and really fucking cool. But anyways, they ended up bonding. I didn't get screenshots of it because this is before I figured out how to do it. They ended up bonding over chess, and their relationship did get a little bit better. But yeah, so these are his relationships anyway. He's pretty close to being friends with Cornwall. Tybalt, he could become friends with pretty soon, but Tybalt's off in the college bin. He's not attracted to Pamela, but she came to the party and he chatted with her, and he just wants to be friends with her. And Oberon, kind of friends with Oberon, and I do want to get everyone's relationships up with the Summer Dreams, because they're supposed to be like friends with everyone. That's part of the story. Little relationship with Juliet or Consort or Kent. He's got a 9 over 9 with Patrizio, but they're still enemies, so I think maybe if we had them interact, that might go away, the enemy part. They just really haven't seen much of each other. He has a couple bolts with this Christy Anato, who is, I think, like a townie or something. And then, so on the side of the Montes, like I said, they haven't really seen a whole lot of each other. We did have Reagan come over to the party, and there was no drama, like they didn't fight or anything. I did, however, have Goneril chatting with Reagan, so maybe she was distracted. Apparently he does not like, I think this is the nanny. Apparently he has, doesn't like the nanny. And he has a -9 over -11 with Antonio, so their relationship has kind of improved. He has -10 over -12 with Bianca, and a -39 over -41 with Isabella. So he's got a pretty bad relationship with Isabella compared to what he has with Patrizio, which is interesting. So then we'll take a look. He is a substitute teacher level 3, and he doesn't really have an interest in work, but I just figured that he has a really high interest in school, just like all the family does, except for Ariel. She doesn't really care about school. But even Miranda cared. They all really kind of had interest in school, so I decided to make him a substitute teacher just to bring in some money and to give him, something to do. Also, Goneril, I decided to give her a degree. Got the extra want slot and want lock. And I have a mod where as Sims get promotions at work, they eventually unlock more want locks and want slots. It's called Uni of Life. And so eventually, as he gains more promotions and things, he'll unlock that. And that's another reason why I got him a job, because I want him to be able to eventually unlock that so I'd have extra wants for him. Although he is getting pretty close to being an elder, so he probably only have 2 or 3 more seasons until he'll become an elder. And these are his skills over here. I don't think he has any badges. So we're just kind of working on trying to get him promoted a little bit, even though he doesn't really want to. I haven't really worked too much on it. He just got his job back because he did indeed get fired. He got some sort of chance card and ended up getting fired. He is very neat and outgoing, so he actually, for the longest time, we didn't have a maid, and he just kind of kept the house up, but we just now have so many pets, so the pets make a lot of messes. And no, I have not updated their bios, but his bio basically says, can he convince that his children that that family is important? And I think he has. All his kids have pretty decent relationships with each other, so I think that's pretty cool. His interests: politics, money, entertainment, a little bit interested in crime, quite interested in culture, somewhat interested in health, sports, school, and sci-fi. He is into science, which I actually changed Miranda, I believe. She was into science as well, and I think I changed her to nature because I just hate the science one, because really the only thing you can do is like play chess and look in the telescope. That's about it that you can do. I wish there was more things you could do with that, but anyway, so I have been having him look in the telescope. Maybe he'll get alien pregnant or something and get another kid. I don't know. So I didn't decide not to change his one true hobby, whatever. Let's look at his wants up to where we started playing. So we moved in. I think this is the family we had to move twice because the house they used to be in was buggy. I think we might have had to do that with a couple of them. He taught Desdemona to study, so I wanted to try to get, since Goneril doesn't, care as much about her kids as Albany does, I wanted to try to get him to be the one that taught them all how to study. So he has taught Desdemona how to study, he taught Hal how to study, and unfortunately, I don't think he taught Miranda how to study, because I don't remember if I remembered to do that. But he remembers getting a job in the education career, getting a couple of best friends, losing a fight to Patrizio, or with Patrizio. Then he got his chance card and got fired. Lots and lots of vermin. You'll see that in everyone's memories. Lots of vermin. Then they got Cleo, and then they must have got Benny right after that. He had a third best friend, apparently, which I think a lot of his kids are his best friends. Then they got Ronio. Arrow grew up well, so we really haven't played. Maybe we didn't play 9 days, maybe we did play 6 days, because this isn't a lot of memories. But we have Vermin again. He remembers getting I decided to get him back his education job. He's got 2 promotions. He taught Ariel to study, so yeah, Miranda, I don't know if Miranda ever learned how to study, which is unfortunate, because I think that's a cool little memory to have, and it can kind of add to the story. But Desdemona also got an A+, so she's doing really well in school. And Hal got an A+, so he's doing really well in school. So even though they don't roll the wands to do their homework, because they don't really do that a lot, I feel like, If they're interested in school, I'll make sure that they get good grades. If they're not interested in school and they don't roll the want to do their homework, I just don't bother with it at all. But and his interests apparently are glasses and red hair, turned off by cologne. And lastly, we'll look at he is a family, and I have not chosen a secondary aspiration for him or Goneril yet. I think I had decided maybe to do knowledge for him, but I've also been trying to make it a rule to fill up their, and I decided to do this after I played this the first round of this hood, so it doesn't apply to everyone, but trying to fill up their motives bar before filling up anything else, like when they're young. So I think maybe Desdemona here, like, yeah, I filled up her motives bar. But yeah, that's Albany. I feel like I've been talking forever. Okay, so here's Goneril, and she has changed her out. Let me show you her dress, because I think it's really pretty. Okay, here's her dress. This is just like a game dress. There's nothing fancy or extra content or nothing. There is her dress. I think it's pretty. But she wanted to change her outfit. I actually kept her in the regular outfit she had for most of the time because I thought it was pretty. And then this necklace is something custom content I downloaded. I actually only have like 2 necklaces that I've ever downloaded, and they came from the same place, I think. That's Goneril. That's her look. That's her new look. So Goneril, look at her relationships here to start with. She has a really good relationship. I'm not going to keep reading off like 100 over 100. That's kind of silly, but you can kind of just look as I talk. She has a really good relationship with her dad and Ariel. She only has 60, well, in some cases, I guess have to say letters or numbers. She does only have a 65 over 65 with Desdemona, so she's not as close to Desdemona or Miranda as she is. Like, she has 100 over 100 with both Hal and Ariel, and she has 100 over 68 with Miranda. So their relationship has improved quite a bit. Like I said, because they played the chess there. She's not really quite friends with Benny, and some of her other family members she's not really quite friends with, but just a little bit of chatting, she could be friends with Tybalt, Hermia, and Kent, and actually Juliet. She has 3 bolts with Cornwall over here, and I did actually purposely have those 2 chat at the party just to see if anything would occur because of the bolts, but nothing happened. She's not attracted to Oberon, which is weird because most of the town is. And also most of the town is attracted to Titania. So Goneril did roll as bi. I think everyone else in the family, though, besides Goneril, rolled as straight. Obviously, we don't know for the kids yet, but I believe Miranda is straight, and I know Albany is straight. So this is a townie I created, trying to get some Bianca some man. Which didn't work out, but anyways, she still has the very negative relationship, negative 47 or negative 49 with Patrizio, unlike her husband, who's kind of beginning to work things out with Patrizio. And she also has 39 over 41 negative with Isabella, and a little bit less worse relationships with their children. Unfortunately, apparently she has a negative 4 over negative 4 with Patrice, who has been to the house a couple of times because she's friends with her daughters, so, or one of her daughters, I think. So that's kind of unfortunate that the child, like, Goneril's being that low to not like the child over it, or maybe there's something else happened, but I don't really think that's the case. She is president level 8, so I think she's gotten 1 or 2 promotions, at least 1, maybe 2 promotions since I started playing. She still has some to go here. She needs to make a lot of friends, but like any seasoned simmer would do, use the rest of the family to get friends, because as you know, it's a family friend situation in The Sims 2. So the kids have made some friends, not really because they wanted to, but because their mother needed them to. So I'm not really playing 100% wants based. I'm trying to tell a story, and I'm trying to like tell a different, put my own like thought, make my own story basically, which I think is fucking fun, But anyway, oh, Goneril, is that the side of your dress, or that looked weird? He's also very neat, and he's kind of shy, lazy, very, more serious and grouchy. And of course, her bio is something along the lines of she didn't want this many kids. She did want some, she didn't want this many, and she's worried that Albany is with her just for her money. Neither one of them have really had, of course, neither one of them are a secondary romance sim. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to give it to him. Either one of them. I think Goneril, by her interest and shit, she probably could be a secondary romance. sim, but I've been kind of hesitant to give it to her too, because they're kind of like one of the only families that isn't cheating on one another. So I guess I probably should give them their secondary aspirations at the beginning of the next round, because then they'll get more different wants. She is very much into money, entertainment, food, weather, and school, and travel. And she does kind of like animals a little bit, so she also likes the environment. Her hobby is cuisine, but she hasn't had much time to really pursue that. In fact, I don't think she only has 2 cooking skill points. And her memories from when we started here, of course, they moved in a couple of times. She got a couple of best friends. She apparently taught Ariel to talk, which I don't really like. I kind of wanted that to be Albany's thing, that he did that, because she didn't care as much. But she earned a 10 grand, and I believe her lifetime want is to earn 100 grand. I always forget the lifetime wants. That's why I'm debating. There's a new mod out where there's like a whole shitload of new lifetime wants that you can download, but I'm kind of hesitant to do anything, because I don't even pay attention to him as it is. But her lifetime want apparently is to become city planner, and let's see what his is. Reach golden anniversary. So that's just like a time thing. I don't know if that'll ever happen. They've been together long enough for that. But anyway, she remembers earning 5 grand and then 10 grand, having a family reunion. So I had a couple of parties with the different families, trying to get everyone together and get the family relationships better and shit like that. She remembers concert, getting engaged. She remembers Kent graduating with honors, apparently. He got good grades, which I just obviously gave him a degree. She remembers Kent getting engaged and married, so we'll see that when we go to him. And concert, getting married. They had another family reunion, some more vermin. She remembers obtaining these pets. We didn't adopt them all consecutively like this, so she apparently had a pretty boring time in between these pets. She didn't get no memories. Oh no, I fucked up. Apparently she taught Ariel everything. I didn't want it like that. I wanted Miranda to teach her how to walk, and Albany to teach her the other 2 things. So that's my fault. I fucked those memories up. Well, maybe we can say like that Ariel's her favorite or something. She remembers having yet another family reunion, and then this is Ariel's birthday party, having a great birthday party, and discovering games of glory. So she's played a lot of chess and stuff, so that goes towards games, apparently, not, I don't even think that goes towards science. And she remembers Desmond getting an A+. She got a promotion, so she only got like 1 promotion since we started playing. She remembers earning 25 grand. Hal grew up well. Oh, Hal also grew up without me even noticing. All of a sudden he grew up, which pissed me off because I wanted to throw him a party and shit, but it is what it is. Apparently she's never seen snow in her whole fucking life until now, and then Hal got an A+. So those are her memories. She is into rich and bearded men. She does not like red hair, but apparently she's attracted to Titania, who has red hair, or whatever. I don't understand the chemistry system in this game sometimes. It doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, no, I have chosen the secondary for her. Fortune, and her secondary is knowledge. That's what I chose for her. And that's about it for Goneril here. Now let's go on to Hal. And young Hal here has just grown up, as you can see, into a teenager. I think we played it for like 1 day as a teen. Just long enough for him and Miranda to go off and try to meet some Sims. I wanted to do it real quick before she left for college. He is a family secondary popularity. He is very outgoing, if I remember right. Yes, he's very outgoing, so I decided to give him popularity. Apparently his story is that although he seems abrasive, he is actually a very thoughtful boy. Will he mature into a healthy Sim despite his siblings' torment? I don't really see much torment in this house, really. The siblings all kind of get along pretty good, so. And Hal's a sweet kid. He, definitely a family Sim, I think. So, Hal is, let's look at his relationships first. He's best buddies with his sister Desdemona, and apparently his mom, and pretty good with his dad. Pretty good relationship with Ariel as well. He doesn't really care for any of the animals, apparently, and I don't think he likes animals that much. Yeah, no, he doesn't really. He's more like his dad. He doesn't really care for the animals very much. And he's best friends with Benedict, who hopefully Benedict will be aging up here pretty soon into a teen. And then he's really good friends with his sister, best friends with Miranda. He's 77 over 77 with his Uncle Kent, 58 over 58 with Reagan, 55 over 55 with Consort. So he kind of needs to improve his relationship with at least his grandfather before he passes. 48 over 48 with Juliet. 41 over 43 with Bottom. So I'm thinking about him and Bottom. They could kind of be a thing maybe someday. I don't know how much they have in common, but she needs to grow up first. And okay relationships with Hermia and Titania and Oberon. Not really so well with Tybalt or Puck, or his uncle, Corny. He's got one boat with this Nancy Philippine. This is the only sim we met when we took those two out for our pink soup adventure. And Piggy. He doesn't like Piggy. Piggy is kind of a bitch. We'll see that when we get to. I think she's the Summer Dreams dog. I think. I don't know for sure, but yeah. So he's got an A+. He is into the environment, crime. He loves food. Very, very, very much loves food, and very much loves culture, travel, weather, and sci-fi. So he's got a lot of very strong interests. Oh, he hates school too. Interesting. I thought he liked school. I could have sworn he likes school. So maybe his getting A+ and stuff, I can stop with that because he's not really into school. I thought he was. His true hobby is music and dance, but I think I'm going to have like cuisine as his secondary, like he gets it from his mom or something. He learned to study from Albany. I think it's just him, yeah. Oh, made best friends with Goneril. Met Piggy, and Piggy was mean to him. Had a family reunion, they had another family reunion, and then we had an issue in these flower beds right here where like the Sims can walk into them, but they can't walk back out of them sometimes. And there had been some roaches that had been killed underneath the flowers. So I didn't know that, and he kept going in there getting stuck, and that's why he has so many bad vermin memories. More vermin, a lot of vermin in this boy's memories, a lot of vermin. Another family reunion. He remembers getting Desdemona, and of course himself getting an A+, and he got high enough in the music and dance enthusiasm to go to the secret lock. He is into brown hair and artistic. He is turned off by formal wear, and we already went over this. He's family and popularity. So that is Hal. He rolled his wand to get his very first kiss as soon as he aged up into a teenager. Then we have Desdemona here, and she is just a couple days away from becoming a teen. So let's look at her personality real quick. Desdemona wants to be just like her older sister Miranda. Will she be able to carve her own path in such a large family? So again, she's being one of the youngest, worried about, is she going to be able to get enough attention or fit in enough? She's quite neat, a little lazy, and kind of really similar personality to her mother. Actually, if we look at them, she's just a little less neat. She is into entertainment, culture, crime. Actually, she might be like, oh no, she does have a little bit different interests than her mom. Okay, so she's not like into money or politics like her mom is. She's very, very much into sci-fi in school. And culture, entertainment, crime. Her one true hobby is science, and I'm gonna keep her as science because I figured maybe that's something her and her dad could bond over. And also she's really into sci-fi, so that's gonna be hers. But nature, I kind of connect science with nature, so, and also music and dance. So those might be like her 3 hobbies. I don't think they should be stuck to just like one hobby. And then her memories. Let's see if she has any unique memories. She remembers learning to study from Albany. And of course, everyone getting married and going to college and obtaining all the pets, having family reunions. Vermin, the dreaded Vermin. She remembers being best friends with Cleo, so Cleo and her are best buddies. And then like getting good grades. So that's Desdemona. And then we have Ariel, who probably a lot really has not happened with her because she just grew up. These are her relationships. She's actually apparently pet friends with Benny, so she's pretty good friends with Benny. She does not like Cleo, and she's on her way to becoming friends with Ronronio. She's almost friends with Desdemona. She is friends with Miranda. She's just about friends with Consort, Kent, Reagan, Tybalt, Juliet, the nanny, and Hermia. And she's, she got a little bit of a relationship with Cornwall. Piggy, she even likes Piggy. So Piggy, for some reason, likes her, maybe because she was a toddler. But yeah, so that's the family. Not a lot of drama has been going on, like affair-wise, I guess is how I'll put it. We'll just take a look at the house real quick. We'll take a look at the outside. Apparently I didn't fix this. But I did, this originally starts out with just white flowers. Now these are all like plastic flowers, so you don't have to like water them or anything. So that's pretty neat. We do have a gardener, we have a maid, we have to color repairman a lot because a lot of shit breaks, but anyways, I kind of redid this in a bunch of different colors, and these are all custom plants, and I think they're just really, really pretty. So I went fancy. I put some I put chicken in here. Why not? I have a chicken, and then I think I have, of course, a flamingo. I have the flamingo, and these are like some custom little Cupid things that I downloaded. Then we have this out here, which I never. Oh, there's the gardener right there. There she is, Meredith. She's also the Summer Dreams gardener, I believe, or everyone's gardener. I also have the Daily Gardener made now, mod now, which is helpful with all these rich families that have all this greenery and shit. But yeah, so I never changed this at all. This was here. I did add this I think it's a really cute little playground. I think mostly everything here is custom except for the swing and this thingy and this thingy and this thingy. So really most of the big items are just from the game. Then I have just a couple little things laying around here, some little toys for them to play with and stuff. I figured they're a wealthy family, so they should have a real nice area for the kids. And then this buffet table is gonna move someday. But is that a rubber ducky? I must have even placed a rubber ducky. Oh my goodness! Unless that might come with this. But yeah, that is that. And then we have, I replaced some of the flowers out here with some plastic ones. I believe these are plastic as well. Somebody wanted to get a guitar. I think it's actually supposed to be Hal's guitar, so we'll have to try to remember to send that with him when he goes off to college. And then this grass, for this house specifically, I went looking for some new grasses and flowers and things. So I've expanded a little bit here, but I really like this one. I think this is from like 4 to 2 or something, and I just clustered it all together here, and I think that was really nice. I had a lot of fun redecorating this house. It took a long time, but yeah, these are also custom content right here, these bushes. And then they have a nice fancy grill out here and a potty that actually we never use that potty out. I'll get rid of that because we actually don't ever use that. I think this is a custom table as well. Yeah, so it's a big ass table, kind of like when they have in The Sims 1. So I decided to use that. And then we have these lovely chairs. These are from in-game, I believe, and I just love these fucking chairs. I love them. I love them. They come like this, but they got all kinds of fancy textures. I like it. That's my favorite one. I think a lot of the families in this hood have this chair. And then I just did a little bit of stuff out back here. I think this is actually where the roaches were getting in the way. I must have deleted something here too. But oh no, I didn't delete it. I moved it over. Apparently. There we go. But yeah, that's the outside of the house. We'll take a look on the inside. See how it's kind of a little laggy. I'm quite happy that this season is over for this family, or these 2 seasons, because what happened was I played everyone else, and I was procrastinating on this family and the Summer Dream family because they have so many kids. So I ended up having to play like for 7 days with the Summer Dreams and then 6 or 7 days with these guys. It's a lot. I was getting stressed out in this big house. Yeah, so I have completely, basically, I didn't like change any of the walls or anything, but I have like basically added all kinds of, this is what I'm saying, like this is all custom stuff right here. That's like this is like a Sims 1 to 2 stereo. This is the little kitchen, or the little dining area where they dine, have their food. This is their little kitchen. Kind of a small kitchen for such a big family, and such a wealthy family, whatever. But that's their little kitchen. And then they just have this little area over here where they can put their that's fake mail, but they can put their mail. And then we have, I decided Goneril's favorite color was red, so we have a red bathroom, and this tiger kind of matches her dress that she had on originally. So that's her little bathroom. And this is their bedroom. So she must be into fashion too, because I put all this in here. She must have been. But I never did get her like a sewing machine or anything. Like I said, she's very busy with work and everything. This is a pretty cool dresser from the game. I thought fit her aesthetic. And we have like a little bed for the animals. I don't think they actually use that one. And the plan originally was just to get one pet. So this is like, again, I don't think they actually use this. I don't even know if they can get to this. I haven't tried. Actually, let's try to figure that out. But this is where I went a little overboard yet again. Okay, so yeah, they do sleep. They can sleep in this. But that's a little area for them. And then this is Ariel's room, which I haven't really done much with because she just aged up. So I just kind of, I think her crib used to be here. I just kind of gave her a bed. This is one of my favorite rugs. You might like this rug. This is a really neat rug. It's just a like a recolor of the Isotopia rug from the game, and it has so many cute fucking recolors. It's, oh my goodness. There's one in here, if this is the rug I'm thinking of, that you would really like. This may not be the rug I'm thinking of. But, there's one that has owls, and it's really cute, but that's cute, too. This little, like, farm one. Anyways, that's one of my favorite rugs. For, like, kids' rooms. And then, okay, so, this is also from the game. This little, like, kind of hideous, but kind of not hideous little rug. So, I put that there. This is another game rug. I thought, you know, like a fancy rug going down the hallway here. So, the parents and the youngest live in here. This is their storage room, which again, probably is not necessary, but I decided I wanted to use, I have a lot of custom content. This is basically all custom content in here, most of it. That I just kind of added just for some realism, I guess, or just because I wanted to. Upstairs we have, this is Miranda's room, or was Miranda's room, which I don't know if I ever got any pictures of what that looked like, but it was a pretty cool room. I decided to send her with all of her things, so when she moves into her new place, she'll have, you know, her bedroom stuff. And then these kids' rooms are probably why this lot is so laggy. This is Desdemona's room. I'm not really sure why that isn't right, but so she's supposed to put her homework in here. I don't have these set up right because they just drop their homework all over the fucking place, but they actually most of the time drop it in the nursery down here, which I didn't show you. This is the nursery. If they ever have another kid, these are just Ariel's old bed and stuff. If they do end up having another kid, and then they have their computer in there. That's just kind of like a blank extra bedroom. And then here we have something apparently I forgot I was doing and never finished. A couple bathrooms, I guess. I guess it's a couple bathrooms, and then we have like a game room up here that has the nice big mirror, and they have their pool and really fancy chess table. And then here's a little area for Desdemona, I believe, has music and dance. So this in reality is supposed to be where she goes and plays, but I actually totally forgot about that. And then that's her room, and then this is little Hal's room. Again, way too much clutter, probably way too much time, but that I spent on it, but I like it. He's really into sci-fi apparently, because I put that stuff everywhere. I try to look at their personalities and kind of match them, and this is just like a boring little hallway here, and apparently I put this here for someone and forgot that I might want to use it for him, because I forgot all about that. So that is their house, and that's the family. There's not really much more to say. And this is probably really fucking long as it is. So I'm going to actually probably do another video for the next family. So that's what's been going down with this cat family. We still have quite a few more families to go over.